Welcome back to Funko Land. I want to thank all 64 of my subscribers for watching and liking my videos. And if you want to be lucky number 65, I'd suggest liking and commenting down below and hitting that subscribe button. That would really help me out. But anyways, on today's video, I will be ranking my top 5 favorite Funkos, but not just any Funkos. These are going to be chase editions, limited editions. I'm going to be ranking all of those. So I will be ranking them on 3 separate categories. They're going to be ranked on poses that they're in. They're going to be ranked on what sets them apart from a regular Funko and not just the chase version. And then they also will be ranked on my level of love for the character and or source material that they come from. Time is money, and that money can be used for Funkos. So we will be starting with number 5 and working our way down to number 1. At number 5, we have this awesome Miles Morales Funko Pop from the Spider-Man games. More specifically, Miles Morales, his own video game. So the main difference with him is that he does not have his mask on currently. The pose itself is the same as the non-chase version. He's still got the glowing fist in his hand, and he's got the wondrous limited edition chase sticker down here, which I think are pretty cool to begin with. And if you're lucky, you're able to go ahead and grab the rest of the collection. None of them are maskless, or without a mask. They all have their masks on, so that's what changes him. That's what makes him different from a non chase version. So on his pose, I'm gonna be giving him an 8 out of 10 just because his pose is the same as the non-chase. I think chases should be very different because they are special, they are rare, they are limited edition, but this chase has this exact same pose as the non-chase version. So they didn't really get too creative with this chase. On the category of setting him apart, I'm also just gonna give him a 9 out of 10 just because he's not that different from all the other Funkos of Miles Morales. The only thing here that makes him special is that he's not wearing a mask. So it's very kind of lazy, to be honest. But I will be giving him a 10 out of 10 because I do love the source material. I love Spider-Man, I love all things Marvel, but Spider-Man happens to be probably my first or second Marvel character. That's my favorite, and that includes Miles Morales. All right, and number 4 is Starlight. The Boys just recently came out with season 3, and it's controversial to say the least, and people love it, hate it. I don't know, the first episode was kind of crazy, if you know what scene I'm talking about. So this chase might be a little different. I don't really think it's considered cheating. This chase right here is a glow chase limited edition. So the cool thing about this Funko Pop is it does glow in the dark if you charge it up with light. In our category for posing, I also gave Starlight an 8 out of 10 just because this Starlight also has the same pose as the non-chase, which I'm not sure if that's the case for all of them, but I think they should be a little different. I know most of them are different. On the category that sets Starlight apart from the non-chase, I'm gonna give her a 9 out of 10 also. Just the only thing here really is, obviously shooting you straight in the face, is that this one glows. The other Starlight from The Boys is the exact same pose, looks the same, but this one glows. The others don't. And in the category for love for this character, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I do love Starlight, I do love The Boys. Number 3 is Black Panther. Now, Black Panther in general holds a special place in my heart. The first movie did come out on my birthday. I do have multiple tattoos of Black Panther. I think he's pretty awesome. I love his suit, I love T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman, who's not with us anymore, was so great in the role. But again, for this chase, the only other difference is that he does have a mask on. In the non-chase version, he has it off. This mask is a little weird because in the film, I don't think we see the mask with the eye holes cut out, at least for his new suit that Shuri gets him later in the movie. So it looks kind of weird actually. I like that he has a mask on, but I'd prefer it if the eye holes were filled in. So for his pose, he gets a 9 out of 10. It's still a cool pose, but it's just the same pose as the non-chase, which seems to be the problem. What sets him apart is obviously the mask that we talked about already, so it's not that creative, but I do like the idea that they wanted to give him a mask, so that's a 9 out of 10. And lastly, my love for this pop is a 9 out of 10, almost a 10 out of 10. The only thing that gives it away that 1 point is the fact that kind of bummed out we're never going to see him again, or at least in the capacity that we would if he was still alive and still playing the character. So at number 2 is Aang on his air scooter. So this pop is from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This Funko Pop in particular was probably in an old video, but he's actually one of my favorites and he's consistently stayed one of my favorites, so that's why he's going to be included in this one as well. He is the same as Starlight in being a limited edition glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop. What sets him apart too is that he is a Hot Topic exclusive, which is really, really cool. Now, Aang here almost has a perfect score. He is a 10 out of 10 for the pose because I think it's really cool that they included him on the air scooter. It's a really cool design. I love the pose. What sets him apart, I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10 just because the other Funko of him is a completely different pose. He even has Momo on him, so this is pretty unique. So it's almost a perfect score for that category. And lastly, my love for this character is a 10 out of 10. I have so many Funkos from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have the map of all the 4 nations hung up on my wall as a tapestry, kind of like my Doctor Strange right behind me. It's exact same material and it's hung up in my living room the exact same way. This right here is so special because it is my childhood. It's what I grew up watching, and I'm so excited for the new Netflix TV show. Hopefully it's 10 times better than the movie was, but we don't talk about that movie. So at number 1, the moment you've all been waiting for, I bring you this cool Geralt limited edition from Netflix's The Witcher. So this Geralt here almost has a perfect score. He technically does, but I'll get to that in a second. For pose, Geralt is actually a 9 out of 10 just because the pose is the same as before, the non-chase version. But this Geralt, what sets him apart is he does have like little strains coming out of his eyes. Another difference is that the eyes and the paleness of his face is meant to kind of reflect the potion that he takes to just go up that another level and, you know, fight monsters and try to even it out, you know. So in setting him apart from the other version, which is the non-chase, Geralt, I'm gonna give him a 10 out of 10 just because the little details kind of change it up a lot. It doesn't have to be a dramatic change, but the little details in his eyes makes him really cool. I love the detail in his necklace. I love the detail in his sword. Now, this is why I said he technically has a perfect score, because in the category for love, or you know how well I like this character, he's an 11 out of 10. He's probably the #1 show I watch on Netflix. I love that they're filming season 3 right now. I love all of the characters. I love the action. I love the special effects. Everything about the show is great. I would love to even get into cosplay, Geralt cosplay at some point. That'd be really, really awesome. I love his suit, and I can identify so well with his character in, you know, weird kind of ways, and that's why this character is above a 10 out of 10 for me. So this is why he's #1. So as a special surprise, I am showing you a recently acquired Funko Chase. You guys have been so good to me, so I'm gonna throw in one more in this video. I also wanted to throw this one in because this one almost tied with Geralt for the #1 spot, and I think it deserved to be in the video. So I was trying to give you a hint the whole video about the special surprise on my shirt right here. Obviously, 11. And I can't believe you guys missed it. It was like staring you in the face the whole video. So I bring you 11 with Eggos. So the main thing here that sets her apart is the blonde wig. As you can see in the front, she has no wig in the original non-chase version, and this one she does. But the reason that this was almost #1 and kind of should be #1 is the detail in this Funko Pop. The detail in the Eggos and in the box of Eggos is really awesome. I've looked up close, you know, I can even use a magnifying glass. The detail is crazy insane. So straight across the board, this Funko is 11 out of 10 straight across. So technically, that should win it first place, but I acquired this one recently. I didn't think it was fair to throw it in there. I'm also so bipolar, so I don't know which one's my favorite. I know Geralt is #1, but he kind of ties with 11, so they could both be my #1. I think I could have 2. There's enough space in my heart for both. So those are all my favorite Chase Funko Pops. If you'd like to tell me yours, leave a comment down below. I'm so curious to know everybody else's. So please like and subscribe, it really helps, and I'd love to film more Funko Pop videos on my channel.